I'm Randy Reed, editor of the Edison Report, and I'm here at LIGHTFAIR 2017 in Philadelphia, and I'm honored to be joined by Cole Zucker, CEO of Green Creative, and Guillaume Vidal, CEO of Green Creative, okay, co-CEOs, so welcome.
Thank you, Randy.
Yeah, thank you for having us.
Well, I've wanted to do this interview for years, so I'm glad to finally sit down with both of you, and we just see and hear an awful lot of neat things about your company.
Appreciate that.
Tell us a little bit about the idea and how you decided to start this company.
Okay, well, we were both in the lighting industry back in Asia. I started in 2004. The first product I worked on was an MR16 that put out an impressive 20 lumen.
Okay, right.
And
it was great in 2004.
That was leading at the time, yeah. And then after a couple of years, of course, the technology really became much better. And in 2009, 2010, when we started getting together, the products I was working on were really already cutting up, and we were replacing actual incumbent technology. And we saw an opportunity. It was clear that LED was going to revolutionize the industry, and the larger player were not necessarily well equipped for that. You know, we talk about lighting, but really what it is a consumer electronics. Right. And so you're dealing with very short life cycle. So where this company would take a very long time to manage product portfolio, we saw an opportunity to come in and be very quick and bring a quality product to the market and start a new brand.
Okay, excellent. So I think of you guys as kind of the true entrepreneurs, okay, in the industry. And tell us a little bit about the early days and specifically about your car.
It's a good story. So when we first started the company, it was very challenging because we really had no money. We weren't in line or connected to anybody within the investment community, so we had to kind of go all in, which meant putting our life savings into a bank account and getting started. And in the beginning, when it came to the company, anything that would be considered not absolutely necessary to living had to kind of go on the wayside. So when it came to downsizing, this was something that we had to do quite often, and Guillaume himself had to move into essentially a small box in Shanghai, eat really disgusting food on the street. He had to...
What year?
This is 2010, 2011.
Yeah.
Okay.
And some other things. Guillaume also, he was fortunate enough to break the record for consecutive nights sleeping on an air mattress and probably in airports. And myself as well, when it came to going on sales calls, $50 for a crappy motel was a lot of money back then. And so it was better to just stay in the car, sleep in it, put a shirt hung on one side, pants hung on the other, sleep in the back seat, and in the morning go to like an LA Fitness or a cheap gym, pay the $15 day fee, and go into the bathroom and shower and shave and get the day started. And that's kind of what we had to do in order to grow the company, because you know the runway was only so long, and we needed to get this plane out in the air, and so we needed to extend that runway for as long as possible to make this company what it is today.
I know I was in New York maybe 3 or 4 years ago making sales calls on electrical distributors, and I was amazed to see your stuff everywhere. Okay, so I thought that was great. And then, so you got some sales, you got the company running, and then Jerry Mix came along, and he was kind of an angel investor, I guess.
Yep, that's correct.
And then since then, you've had some other capital to come into the company.
Yeah, and as I was saying before, our company has grown quite quickly over the last few years, and we've been in a fortunate position to require more capital because we've been growing. And a lot of people think, oh, you make more money as you grow, but the truth is you need more money as you grow. Right. So in this capital-intensive business, when it comes to inventory, among other things, to scale, this was kind of a necessary part along the process, which you've been successful at, so we've been very fortunate as well.
Well, let's talk a little bit. Initially it was lamp business, and now you've moved to fixtures. How has that transition gone?
Yeah, I mean, until 2015, we were really only a lamp company, and we realized that our offering was already very complete on the lamp side, and we started looking for other opportunities. We wanted to be able to leverage our R&D capabilities, everything we've learned in building lamps, and also take advantage of the brand and the channels that we built. And luminaires was, a logical answer. and we started with what we thought was the easiest, which was downlighting.
Okay.
So we launched our first couple of downlights in 2015, a lot more last year, and actually this year at the show, half of the booth is luminaires. We have a lamp and the luminaire catalog, and at the end of 2016, luminaires were close to 20% of our sales.
Okay.
So a big
fast.
transition, a very
Pretty
fast
fast.
transition, yeah.
And let's speak a little bit about going from like the cost business to the spec business. How has that worked for you?
Yeah, we believe we were more of a spec light type of product line. So when we first started, again, I mean, what we needed to do was just get into distribution. And when you don't have a brand, you don't have credibility, you don't have history, a lot of times it was walking in and saying, hey, Mr. Distributor, how you doing? Whatever you're buying at this price point from your other suppliers, you know, we'll beat that. And that only works for so long. I mean, that's just not sustainable. And as we grew the company, we improved our product line, offering more technologies, more color temperatures and beam choices that would allow distributors to better sell the products to their customer base. On the flip side, on the customer facing side, we were able to improve our customer service, build more warehouses so that we can offer products at faster ship times. So as we've been able to improve the customer experience as a whole, we've been able to stop fighting on price and be more of a service and product focused company. And that has enabled us to grow even more.
Okay. And tell us a little bit, though, about the co-CEO, because I find that a bit unusual and perhaps a bit refreshing. How does it work?
Sure.
Yeah, so on my side, I'm in charge of everything which is related to product. So R&D, marketing, and manufacturing are under my scope. And Cole, on the other end, is in charge of everything which is sales and distribution. So two very clear responsibilities. Yeah.
Okay, that seems like a good way to do it.
Yeah.
So LIGHTFAIR 2017, when I go into your booth tomorrow, what kind of products will I see?
So you'll see a lot of the new fixtures. So actually,
Which types of fixtures?
so we're gonna have a lot of new downlights, so commercial downlights, a lot of surface mount downlight as well. We're launching also a panel which is edge lit, which has a SUS optic. So it's a very unique technology to reduce the glare. Essentially, in an office environment or in a healthcare education, you're gonna have the same comfort as indirect lighting, but with the nice and neat look of a panel. So a
Okay.
very unique technology.
Okay.
And for the lamps, we just refreshed about 70% of the product portfolio. So everything is new, and we're showing also a lot of new HID product that we didn't have before, HID retrofit.
Okay, retrofit.
Yeah,
Yeah,
retrofit.
not HID.
Yeah, HID
And what
LED.
product? Up to what wattage?
So all the way up to 400 watt.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I assume you'd replace a 400 watt metal halide with 120, 150 watt LED?
Yeah, that's around there. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So this is 2017. In 2 or 3 years, what kind of products do you think you'll be into?
Well,
wanna go through
same.
that?
I mean, yeah, a lot of. I think the same thing. We can do what we've seen going for lamps is really try to build the basic and then come up with more disruptive product. And in the fixture, we're trying to do the same. When I take the example of 2015, it was our first commercial downlight. It was pretty basic. And in 2016, we launched the InnoFit with the adjustable power that you actually selected as a top 10. And we're kind of expecting to do the same. So today we're entering the panel or the troffer market with very high efficacy product or SUS optic, but we think in a few years it will be another level of disruption.
Yeah, and on our side, what we're trying to do is not just offer the same type of product line that you have from the major brands. What we do is we look at where the other guys aren't playing or how we can improve a certain technology, and then we offer that. So if it's better install, higher efficacy, better ROIs, those are the things that we pay attention to, not just getting distributor shelf space, because stock and flow is a great thing, but we don't have the economics of sale to really fight that.
I get that. And speaking of economics, I was in China a few months ago at the GG LED conference, and everybody was talking about price increases. Okay, how have you dealt with some of those increases? You've seen them, right?
Oh,
Are you
yeah,
passing
very
them
much so.
on? Are you absorbing them?
No, I mean, when we started, it was actually 2010. CFLs were increasing. So it's funny enough, the
Okay.
cycle is back, right?
Right.
And so, yeah, I've seen the last 3 quarters, we've seen last year, the last 2 quarters of 2016, we've seen price stabilizing as opposed to really dropping heavily the last couple of years. And really the first quarter of this year, we saw like price increase. So for now, we're absorbing it. We don't see this as really a bad thing for the industry. We think that the price of the product today is already low enough for mass adoption, and we see that every day. So, you know, the price being stable is probably a good thing.
Okay, I agree. Stable prices and price increases. Price increases are good for the industry. We all need that so we can do what we do for the industry.
Exactly.
And do
Invest
the R&D,
more, yeah.
and it's all good. Okay, well, men, thank you so much, and I look forward to seeing your booth, and I wish you a wonderful show.
Thank you, Randy.
Appreciate it.
All right.
And if you see us at the show, you'll see our
All right,
amazing
let's
shoes.
do it. Let's do it. Come on, show
All
the
right.
shoes. You got to show the shoes. I don't know if you get them in the shot. Right there. Okay? Okay. I need to get a pair of these.
We
All
can
right.
definitely hook you up.
All right. Thank you.